Snehal ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I think there are few new students today. So start by introducing yourself and then
Yes,
ask for their
ma'am.
introduction and then go
Yes,
by the session.
yes, ma'am.
Okay,
So,
ma'am, let me introduce myself first.
yes, ma'am, sure.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Twinkle Chopra. I'm the training head here. So I welcome you all for this training session, especially the new interns and all those interns that have joined first time today. Guys, I want you to be interactive and please introduce yourself, okay, so that we can know you. So, first, Nehal ma'am, you can introduce yourself and then the new interns will introduce themselves.
Yes, ma'am. So, good evening, friends. I'm your HR trainer, and my name is Snehal Dattatreya Ghanate, and I'm from Solapur. So, please introduce yourself so then we can interact well and we can learn so much new things here. Yes, I think Bhavna ma'am is new today, right? Yes, I'm.
Good eve- Hello.
Yes, yes, Bhavna ma'am, please.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Bhavna Rana, and I am pursuing BBA from MCPS, Modern College of Professional Studies. I'm joined here from HR platform. Thank you.
Yes, Amrita ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. I am V. Amrita and I'm from Bangalore. I'm pursuing my BBA final year in NMKRV College for Women. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else want to share?
Oh yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Kritika ma'am. Please go ahead.
I'm Kritika from Yamunanagar. I'm currently pursuing BBA from the IIMT under Kurukshetra University, and this is my new training session for the
Yes,
domain.
yes. Welcome to the session, all of you. So, I'll share the screen and we'll discuss today's points. Okay. Okay. So we are here for HR training, right? So this is our week one layout. So what we are going to learn in this week, okay? So we have already seen introduction to HRM, HR basics and history of HRM. And today we are going to learn about HR planning, okay? So don't worry, some of you are new. So the YouTube, we have the video of yesterday's and day before sessions on YouTube, so you can go and watch. And also we will take some recap from yesterday's lecture. Okay. Yes, am I audible? Right.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So yes, quickly, anyone from you want to share what we have learned? What is HRM? Yes. What is HRM?
Guys, please be interactive.
Okay. So human resource management. So what is human resource management? Managing people at workplace, right? We have discussed it yesterday.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So human resource management is nothing but hiring, motivating, and maintaining the people in the organization. Okay. So this was about the human resource management. And then we have seen what is recruitment and selection, performance management, learning and development, succession planning, then compensation and benefits, then human resource information system, HR data and analytics. These all are the functions of HRM, right? We have seen this. Okay, quickly, anyone from you, please share the views on recruitment and selection. As you can see in the picture, what your yes, what you are understanding by this picture? Please speak
Manager
up.
and employees.
Yes, and then what is recruitment and selection? If you have any
Ma'am,
idea.
Recruiting.
Yes,
may I speak, ma'am?
Yes, yes, please.
Ma'am, recruitment means recruitment to hire the right person at right job, and selection means to select someone through various processes or through various means exams or activities.
Yes, very good.
Final
Exactly.
selection, HR round is the final selection of the interview, ma'am. That is selection.
Yes, absolutely correct. So recruitment is basically the process of locating, informing, and encouraging the potential applicants to apply for the open requirements. So if your company is having open requirements, then you'll post. Please mute everyone. Please mute your mic. So recruitment is basically encouraging the applicants, candidates to apply for the job, and then selection is nothing but choosing the candidate from the pool of interested candidates and the best suited student candidate. Okay, so that is selection. So it is performance management. What you are understanding by this picture? Perform well and then you'll achieve your goals, right? Yes. Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Then
Ma'am,
please.
ma'am, I just have one doubt. When did you cover the previously shown topics, ma'am?
Sorry, please say again.
Yesterday's itself, ma'am.
Yesterday was lecture, na? We are
Yes,
covering this
ma'am.
the day before and yesterday.
But we are new, ma'am, so
They are
Yes,
not
ma'am.
attending yesterday, ma'am. That's why they are asking, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
okay. So
ma'am. I
yesterday's session, and we are actually recapping this.
Okay,
So
1 minute, ma'am. Let me explain them.
yes,
Ma'am, for those lectures, actually, we have started the lectures from day before yesterday, and those who have missed those lectures, these lectures are uploaded on the YouTube channel of Career Dreams Educations. For those who are not able to attend these training sessions or who are new to these training sessions, they can listen to the videos on YouTube channel. And this is the third day for the training session, so Snehal ma'am is just continuing with the further topics. Okay, so you can have a look at the previous training sessions on the YouTube channel of Career Dreams Educations. Okay.
okay, ma'am.
okay. So actually, I'm recapping this. We have already seen this, so it's repeating it because of you only. Okay. So you are new, so just whatever comes in your mind whenever you are seeing the words, please speak up so that I will know that what exactly you have understood from this. Okay. Okay. So performance management is the continuous process of improving performance by setting individual and team goals which are aligned to the strategic goals of the organization. So organization have the strategic goals. So accordingly you have to set the team goals so that you can perform well and achieve those organizational objectives. Okay. So it also includes planning performance to achieve that goals, reviewing and assessing the progress, and developing the required competencies of the employees. Okay. So next is training and development. So as you can see in these pictures, training is nothing but giving employees the knowledge about the skills, abilities that is required for their current job, and development is nothing but uh, giving them knowledge to do their current job also and for their future needs also. So training is nothing but process of enhancing knowledge and skill of an employee required for a particular job, and development is nothing but ongoing and continuous process that aims at improving the personality and attitude of employee. So training is more related to the current job and development is related to the future job. So I'll give one example so that you can understand it well. So suppose a cashier is just joined the bank, cashier who counts the money. Okay. So what training he will be given, that how to count on that machine, what is the machine's technology, and what buttons he has to press for the it. Okay. So that will be the training session, like how to count the cash. Okay. So what is development for the cashier? It will be like providing him with the MBA educational degree. Okay. So it will be needed for the future job, right? Currently, he don't need MBA degree for his job for cashier, right? Understood the difference? Yes. Understood the difference between training and development? Please speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, new students, you'll feel some difficulty today, but please be free to ask the questions. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So next is succession planning. So as you can see in this picture, so the higher authority is pulling oneself from the hierarchy. So it is nothing but when the CEO or the higher authority of the company leaves the organization, then you have to plan for that position, right? Who is able to or who is capable of doing that particular job, to whom we can promote for that job. So this whole is nothing but succession planning. So it is basically a systematic process of recognizing and creating future leaders and who are able to take the position of old ones like CEO, managing director. So generally, if you have seen, we don't recruit the people like CEO. There is no opening for CEO or managing director, right? Have you seen? No, right? So it is come under succession planning. So if old one leaves the company due to retirement, resignation or termination, transfer or promotion or death, any of these reasons, then it is HR's responsibility, human resource manager's responsibility to plan for it if there is any case of leaving old ones, and you must create the future leaders. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Next is compensation and benefits. Okay. So it is nothing but compensation like salary, wage administration, and other monetary and non-monetary benefits that are passed on by firm to its employee. Right. Employee gets his monthly salary, all the allowances, all the benefits like medical insurance or health insurance, travel allowances, leave policies. Okay, so this all comes under compensation and benefits that are get to the employees in the organization. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so human resource information system is nothing but a system that provides and maintains, it stores the employees data. As you can see, the employees can view the other the HR can leave the employees data through this human resource information system. It is basically a software which stores the all employee data, which has recruitment data, training data, performance data. Okay, all the related information to the employees is stored and maintained in this system. So that is nothing but human resource information system. Okay. Any doubt
Okay,
at
ma'am.
this point?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll go to the next point, HR data and analytics. So in previous system, what we have done, we have stored all the data, right, related to employee, his everything about the employee. Then HR data and analytics is nothing but using that data to analyze the information so that we can achieve the productivity and good performance in the organization. Okay, so it is the process of collecting and analyzing human resource data in order to improve an organization's workforce performance. So if we have to know the performance of an employee, so we can check the HR data in the HRIS, that is Human Resource Information System of an employee, and we can assess if the employee is lacking somewhere, and it can also have the attrition retention data. If employees are leaving, then we can find out the reason behind leaving the employees organization through this analytics. Understood what is human resource data and analytics, why we are using this?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay. So we have seen history of HRM also. So we must have knowledge about where this HRM came from, like human resource management. So previously, Industrial Revolution era in 1950s, 1850s came into existence, where the owner is treating their employees just as a machine. There is no relation between employer and employee. It was just work and just treating them as an employee. Sorry, as a machine. So employee was like feeling there is no good thing about this organization, and they were like feeling there is no facility for them, and there is burden on them of the work. So trade union came into existence at that time. So what laborers have done, they have came up with the association with their groups, and they raised their voice so that the top management can listen to them. So they have used strikes, lockouts, okay, these things, so that top management can listen to them, listen to their problems, and they have main focused on working hours and working conditions. So it is for the betterment of employees. So these were the two stages, and third stage was scientific management era, where the scientist Taylor has given the scientific management theory, where it is concluded that the employee has their responsibility according to their skills. Okay, previously they were like whatever the employee wanted to do the job, then he was doing whatever owner wanted. So in scientific management era, there is a particular system where an employee has given the responsibility of a particular job in which he is good. Okay, so next is industrial psychology, in which the owner is understanding what's going on employee's brain, like what is his wish. It is given revolution to the human relations era, where there is relationship between employer and employee, where employer is giving feedback to the employees about their performance, and employees also providing whatever requirement of them to the employer. So it is beginning of human relation era, where the employees are given importance by the employer. Yes, we have employee in the organization, and there may be having some of their expectations. So behavioral science era came into existence, where there is focus is on improving productivity in the organization with the satisfaction of employees also. So leadership, motivation, these came under this era. Then actual human resource management era came into existence, where all these points came into existence, that is recruitment and selection, proper training and development, then performance appraisal, compensation properly done. So this is nothing but human resource management era. So this is the journey of human resource management. So anyone having any doubt in this point? We have seen this point yesterday. I was just repeating for the new ones. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now today we are going to see what is human resource planning. So what do you mean by human resource planning? Anyone having any thought about this? Please share whatever came into your mind now. Just speak up so that I can understand what do you understand by this word. Yes, anyone? Human resource planning. It is easy three words, right? You understand these three words.
Ma'am, two means plan.
Yes.
Planning is very much important for any organization to achieve their organizational goals. Without planning, we cannot execute any work or any what we can say, any task in the organization.
Yes, absolutely correct. Anyone else want to share?
Ma'am, human resources planning is a continuous process and it is a systematic planning to achieve a organization goal.
Yes, correct. So human resource planning. Now suppose one of you imagine that you are an HR of the company. Okay, so the company may be of a car parts manufacturing company. Okay, products company. So you have to plan how much staff is required for the future, right? You must know that how many staff is required for the job. Okay. So let's say for an upcoming year, you may require more staff. Okay, now currently if you are having 10 employees and you are producing 10 products, okay, but for upcoming year you are requiring 20 more products. Okay, so it must like the company requires more human resource, like more employees, more staff, right? Yes, right, you are getting now what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you may require more staff if you know that the more work is coming in the future. So if you know that you will be requiring like double of the number of products, then you must have the right number of staff to work that and to achieve that goal. So it is nothing but planning of human resource, the planning of manpower needs for the future and for the current needs also. So suppose, and if there is other condition like, so your company is shutting down with one unit, okay, one unit of your company is shutting down, one product may be shutting down. So you may require to remove some people from the organization, right, or adjust them into the other unit. So what we can say, what is this? It is human resource planning, right? Manpower planning. What we are doing, we are adjusting the employees in other units, right? Or removing them. So this is nothing but planning of manpower. Understood? What is human resource planning?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
It is nothing but it is concerned with the two things, planning of manpower requirements and planning of manpower supplies. That is how many people are required in the organization for doing the current job and for the future needs. So it is the process of determining manpower needs and formulating plans to meet these needs. Okay. So HRP can be understood as process of forecasting an organization's future demands for and supply of right type of people in right number. So as we have and as we know that IT companies like HCL, Wipro, Infosys, these IT companies usually require people in bulk. Like the campus selection is there and they select the 40 to 50 people at a time, right? And they are mostly looking for the software engineers, right? We have known this, right? Yes, so they are looking for the software engineers and they work on multiple projects at a time. It's not like HCL is handling only one project. It's not like that. HCL is handling so many projects at a time. So they are requiring many manpower, okay? So if they wait for the new project to come and first and then they are start hiring people, will it be okay? Will it be satisfactory for the company? The project is coming and then they start hiring, there will be difference like and waste of time also, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Managing these things, it is human resource managers works to plan accordingly, plan according to the future, right? So give them training accordingly. So human resource planning is nothing but to ensure that organization has the right number of human resource with the right capabilities at the right time and in the right place. Okay, this is the nature of human resource planning. Yes, can anyone shortly explain me just what I said in one line or two line in your words? And there is no language barrier, you can speak in your language also, but just speak up. Yes.
It's just simply right person at the right job.
Yes, exactly. Yes, other people. If you want to share your thoughts using chat box, you can also type the machine if you are not comfortable while talking. Just say, I should know, right, whether you have understood or not. Yes, anyone? If you have not understood, I'll start teaching again from the start. Shall I start from the beginning? Or have you people understanding?
Ma'am, it's understandable.
Okay, just say yes or no at least. Other people?
Understood, ma'am.
Understood, ma'am.
Okay, good. So now we'll see there is four phases in human resource planning. So the first phase, yes, anyone want to just read out these lines? Yes, what is first phase?
Uh,
It involves the gathering and analysis of data through manpower, inventories, and forecasts, ma'am.
Okay, so do you understanding anything from this line? Like gathering
The
and
first phase
analyzing
is
data.
to gather the information about the manpower, ma'am.
Yes,
Gather
exactly.
the data and organize it in the order.
Yes, very good. So it involves basically gathering and analyzing the data through manpower inventories. Manpower inventory is nothing but your current position of how many employees are there in your organization. It is nothing but manpower inventory and forecast it. Forecast is nothing but prediction. Okay. So yes, second phase. Can anyone read out this sentence?
Ma'am, it consists of establishing manpower objectives and policies and gaining top management approval of these.
Yes. Have you is what do you understand by this line?
Ma'am, it means that in the second phase we analyze the objectives and policies means what a manpower wants from us, and then we take approval of these objectives
The
and
top
policies from the top management.
Yes, right. Absolutely right. So second phase is basically that we have gathered the data and then we have analyzed the data. Okay. Then next is establishing the objectives and policies and then getting the top management's approval for this. Okay. So the third phase, now we have gathered the data, analyzed the data, and also we know the objectives. Now the next step is
It
third phase.
involves designing and implementing plans and promotions to enable the organization to achieve the manpower objectives.
Okay, so it is nothing but designing the plan, okay, and implementing the plan accordingly. You know the objective. Now you have to plan accordingly and accordingly implement that plan, right? So the next phase, fourth phase, yes.
The fourth phase is concerned with control and evaluation of man plans to facilitate progress in order to benefit both the organization and the individual. The long run view means that gains may be sacrificed in short run for the future grounds.
Okay, so it is nothing but so control and evaluation. Now you have gathered the information, analyzed the data, and you have planned and you are implementing it. So it is important to watch out these. Okay, so monitoring is very important so that you will know that whether your plan has succeeded or not, whether you have reached your expectation or not, and whether you are reaching your goal or not, right? So control and evaluation of manpower plans is comes under this phase. Any doubt in these four phases?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so this diagram will shortly explain what is the human resource planning steps. So first we have to analyze the objective. Okay, so suppose as we have already discussed an example, so suppose we are having sales target of 20 products. So this is our objective. So we have to analyze it, like how many people are required to do that job. So inventory current human resources is nothing but knowing how many employees you currently having in your organization and if they are sufficient or not. If you are requiring many people, then you have to forecast the demand. Like you can see the previous records whether like 10 employees are sufficient for producing 10 products or more people are required. So you have to forecast the demand and accordingly estimate the gap. Like now four extra employees are required. Then formulate the plan accordingly, which is the fifth step. So accordingly, plan means nothing but you have to plan like from where you are going to recruit those people and which type of people, which skills people are required by the organization. So it comes under formulate the plan. Okay. So next is implement the plan. So now you have appointed those. So accordingly implement the plan and then monitor, control, and feedback. So from any of you, can you give me example like just I have said, and give like analyze objectives, just what I said? Anyone from you want to explain this so that I will know and other people also get to know what you have understood? Yes. Is it boring? Are you guys like feeling she's just talking and talking? Are you guys are understanding? Yes?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, yes, please.
Ma'am, can you please explain the step once again? Just in a crutch.
Yes, yes, sure. So analyze the objective. We'll get like we'll have some example, okay, here. So if you're having like a soap company, okay, so you are selling 10 products per day, okay, and you are requiring one person for selling that, okay. So this was the regular term of your company. But now your objective has changed, like you are selling 20 products per day. So previously one person was selling 10 products. So now maybe 2 persons are required to sell the 20 products, right?
Yes.
So that was analyzing the objective. So next is inventory current human resource. So currently you are only having 10 people, sorry, one person for selling it, right? So current human resource is only one. So analyze it that you have only one. So you must check, right, how many people are there in the company. So the next is forecast demand. Like you have to sell 10 more products. So accordingly you must have extra one person for selling more 10 products, right? That was forecasting the demand. So what is demand? Saying like for 10 more products you need one more employee, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So estimate the gap is nothing but estimating that you are requiring one more people, sorry, one more person for doing that particular job, for selling 10 more products, right? So
Yes.
now formulate accordingly that, okay. So formulate the plan, like now you are going to recruit one person for selling that product, 10 more products daily, okay. So that was formulating the plan that you have formulated now, that you are requiring two persons for selling the 20 products, okay.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
next is implementing the plan, that whatever plan you have formulated, so just implement it. That two persons are sorry, one person is appointed and now two persons are selling their 20 products daily. So that was the implementation of plan. So now monitor, control, and feedback is nothing but monitoring those two persons, like whether they are sufficient for the selling two products, or do we need any one more person. Or also there will be the cases where one person was sufficient for selling 20 products, right? So monitor and control is nothing but checking whether whatever you have planned, it is meeting its expectations or not. Understood?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Please just share whether you are understanding or not, and be free to ask the questions, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. So, what's the time? So we still have time.
7:39. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So we'll see the objectives. Okay. Is it going too fast?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll see objectives of HRP. So as we have seen these steps, right? So now you are going to explain one by one what is the objectives of human resource. Not from these 5 points, whatever came into your mind at this moment, you can share what is the objective. Why we are doing this human resource planning. There must be the purpose, right? So just share whatever came into your mind. Yes, one by one.
So,
Yes, yes, please.
ma'am, the planning is required so that we can schedule proper candidates for the interviews and we can schedule proper candidates for the organization. We can
Yes.
select the proper candidates according to their skills and they
Right.
will they be beneficial for the organization?
Yes, absolutely correct. Yes, anyone else?
Ma'am, to
Building
motivate the employees.
Sorry, please say again.
Ma'am, to motivate employees means like if we will having proper planning, so the employees will get motivated for doing the work. If they are properly motivated and the work is or means or the work is planned.
Okay.
Uh,
Yes. Yes, partially it is correct. Yes, anyone else?
building building coordination between organizational departments and employees, then
Yes, correct.
offering employee satisfaction.
Yes, right, correct. Absolutely correct. You people have already know the human resource planning, right? Okay, anyone else want to share what is the objective of HRP? Okay, so first
To
point is,
maintain and
yes, yes,
organization ability to achieve
sorry.
uh, HRP is to maintain and improve the organization ability.
Yes, right. Yes, correct. So the first is forecasting human resource requirement, right? Manpower requirement. As we have seen, it will predict how many people are required for doing the job. So it is the one of the objective. So next objective is effective management of change, right? So there will be changes in the department. So accordingly, you have to plan the human resource so that there will be an effective management. Okay. So if one of the person is leaving from one department, then there is the reallocation and allocation of the manpower must be done effectively. Okay. So this will HRP will help while doing this. Okay. So then realizing the organizational goals. So organizational goals must be correlate with the human resource, right? 10 employees are sufficient for achieving organizational goals. But when we are going to realize it, when we have proper human resource planning, right? And then promoting employees. So human resource planning also the objective is promoting employees. So promoting employees will motivate the employees for the work, and the productivity will also increase. There will be improvement in their performance. So HRP will also help in promoting the employees uh, in all the manner. And then effective utilization of HR. So human resource planning will help us for the effective utilization of the people in the current jobs. Okay. Any doubt until this point? Yes. Understood?
Yes, ma'am. No doubts, ma'am.
Okay. So next is need of HRP. So why this human resource planning is necessary in the organization? Yes, anyone? Why do you think human resource planning is important? If human resource planning is not there, then what will happen in the organization?
Ma'am,
Mismanagement. Yes.
proper there will be not proper coordination among the employees.
Yes, correct. Yes. Any other?
uh, Human resource, it is needed.
Yes. Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Hello.
Yes, yes. Please speak up. Okay. Shall I explain, or anyone from you want to share?
मेरी आवाज नहीं आ रही क्या? You
Okay.
can explain, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So, first point is employment and unemployment situation. So, as we have seen, there is unemployment in India, right? And there is also shortage of particular skills. So, there is need of effective recruitment, right? And proper employee retention also. So there must be proper recruitment. You must not appoint like other human resource and the job is different. So there must be effective recruitment so that it will give employment for the proper employees, and unemployment should be reduced. And the next is technological change. So there may be changes in the production technology, marketing methods, management techniques. So there may be changes in the departments. Okay, so accordingly, using human resource planning, we can accordingly plan the human resource so that the work done at there will be effective. Okay, so that's why we need human resource planning for the effective utilization of HR. Right? HR is nothing but human resource, the people in the organization, right? Yes, understood? So all
Yes,
this
ma'am.
is the need to plan manpower needs systematically. So next is demographic change. So changing profiles of workforce accordingly their age, gender, literacy. So all this there is need of human resource planning, proper human resource planning, so that there will be smoothly functioning in the organization, although there is demographic changes. Okay, so human resource planning will help us to manage the things. Okay, and so the next is skill shortage. So in the organization, in many organizations, there may be required a particular skill which every employee do not have, or there is difficulty in recruiting those specially skilled employees. Okay, so like we have seen in last year COVID situation. So there were nurses who are not aware about tasting the COVID patients, like COVID testing, corona testing, right? Yes, so there was a skill shortage. So proper human resource planning will tell the organization or help the organization for recruiting the proper skilled employees according to the requirement. Okay, understood? And there is legislative control. So there are so many laws and regulation that has been there for the laborers, for the employees in the organization. So you can simply hire the employee, but it is very difficult to remove those employees. Okay, so it is very simple to hire the employees. You can recruit them simply, but it's very difficult to remove them from the job. There must be a valid reason to remove them. So HRP will help us to properly recruit the people. The human resource planning will help us to recruit the people for the correct job, for the suitable job, so that you no need of removing them in the future. So that is legislative control. So this was all about need of human resource planning. Understood? Yes. Any difficulty?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So the next is importance of human resource planning. Shall we revise today's session, or shall we continue to the next points?
Ma'am, continue.
Continue, ma'am.
Okay. So importance of human resource planning. So why it is important? We have seen why we are needed human resource planning, and now we are seeing why it is important to have human resource planning in the organization. Okay. So first is it is part of strategic planning. So your organization is having some prescribed objectives, goals, okay, and you have accordingly strategy for doing that. You have the strategic planning. So human resource planning is one of the part of that strategic planning, okay, to achieve the objectives efficiently. And then next is creating highly talented personnel. So like as we have seen in the last example, the nurses were not able to test the COVID patients effectively, as they are not aware about it and they are not skilled about it. They are not trained about it. So creating highly talented person, but the situation has created, and proper human resource planning has created those talented nurses, right? Right? So creating highly talented personnel is nothing but recruiting the people and giving them proper training, and this comes under HRP. Human resource planning is proper, so that's why it is happen efficiently. right? So the next is international strategies. So if your company is giving thought by expanding their companies internationally, so HRP will help to achieve those goals as well. Okay, so it comes under international strategies. So human resource planning will help how many people are required to do job in this country, then how many people are required to join there outside the country in foreign countries. So proper human resource planning will help us doing international strategies achievable. Okay. So the next is foundation for personal function. So human resource planning is basically the foundation. It is main basic point for personal functions, right? What are personal functions? HR functions. We have seen HR functions, right? What are those? Yes. Anyone among you? What are HR functions?
Ma'am, recruitment and selection,
Yes. Other than that? There are
career
so
planning,
yes.
Payroll management.
Yes, correct. Okay, so these are the functions like recruitment, selection, training and development, performance management, career planning, and compensation management. So, human resource planning, if it is proper, then we can achieve these recruitment, training, and development efficiently, right? So, it is the foundation, it is the base for the other personal functions. Okay, yes. Now,
yes
you are
ma'am.
going to tell me the other benefits of human resource planning one by one. Just quick, whatever came into your mind at this moment, just share your views. Yes,
Please repeat the question.
benefits of human resource planning. Why the, like human resource planning is there in the company and what are its benefits?
Ma'am, the communication between top management and lower management, effective
Yes,
communication.
yes, yes,
Ma'am,
correct.
improve employees efficiency.
Yes, correct, absolutely correct. Yes,
Manage and train employees.
properly. Yes, correct. It is one of the important part of HRP as it is the base for other personal functions. Right. Again, yes. So these were the all importance and benefits of the human resource planning. Any doubt until this point? Anything that you have not understood?
It's
Yes,
clear.
it is clear totally.
Yes ma'am.
Okay. So these are the factors, and we are running short of the time. It is already 7:53. So we'll quickly revise whatever we have seen today. So we have seen human resource planning, which is nothing but planning for manpower requirement. Okay, so determining what are the manpower needs and formulating the plans according to the needs, right? And the next is we have seen the example that IT companies recruit in the bulk and train them. So they do the proper human resource planning and achieve their goals, right? So HR planning is to ensure that organization has right number of human resources, that is right number of people with the right skills at the right times and in the right place, right? So this was the 4 stages and this was divided into 7 steps. And it was about the objectives of human resource planning and then need of HRP and then importance of HRP. So we have seen until this point. So any doubt until this point?
No, ma'am.
Okay, understood everything?